Superdraft Pro and Caesars Entertainment have come together to create the hottest daily fantasy sports app for sports fans just like you. Welcome to our first edition of Fantasy Sports Superdraft Pro Daily Picks. I'm Jim Ginocchio, former sportscaster with Turner Broadcasting and NBC in Atlanta. Joining me from Los Angeles, the producer for the Tonight Show with Jay Leno on NBC for 14 years. He's also the leading fantasy sports expert for the last 20 years, the good old Ross the Boss. Hey, Ross.
Hey, I'm Ross the Boss, and I want to talk Superdraft Pro with you. Got the football cowboy. I'm excited. This is our first live show. We're going to tell you how you can win money on this thing, win prizes. This is going to be unbelievable. I'm excited, Jim. I just want to move forward. Let's go.
Absolutely, buddy. Daily Fantasy Sports has been transformed to empower all of us DFS fans. We'll tell you more about that in a minute. Our topics today: quarterback problems in Chicago and New York. Was the Rams Bucks an NFC Championship preview? Who knows, right? NFL history in Detroit. Oh, another kick, huh? Too much time for Rodgers. And hey, we'll give you some ideas and picks for tonight's Cowboys-Eagles game. But Ross, I tell you, it's been a changing world in our world, but then sports has brought us all back together. We've got the fans at the stadiums, and now we're talking about a daily fantasy sports app that's going to transform all of us DFS fans. It's free. It's fun, it's family, it's friends, it's all of the above. Superdraft Pro is the only daily fantasy app where all 50 states can participate. A subscription package is all you need to start playing the games immediately. Ross, free, fun.
It's free. And you know what? I was a little skeptical. I'll be honest with you. Ross the Boss is skeptical, but I downloaded it and there's no hidden fees. There's nothing you got to worry about at all. It's free. You can win prizes for free. It's not a huge obligation, and it's fun. It's every day. Every day you get to play. It's unbelievable, and it's so much fun to actually win prizes, because that's my favorite part.
Yeah, we cover all the sports. To get started, hit subscribe, click like, and ring the bell for notification. We're going to put you guys on our team, and we're going to give you guys all the great opportunities to win, including 5 free $20 tickets when you sign up as a top player here with Superdraft Pro. It's going to be fun, Ross.
It's going to be a great season. Football season just started. We're only on week 3, and I feel it's like week 17 already. I'm already excited for the playoffs. It's unbelievable. I can't wait to talk about the Sunday games also. And the great thing about Superdraft is it's not salary cap, but it's a multiplier, which you'll discuss with the audience a little later. But you can play your favorite player every week. If you have a favorite player, let's say Derrick Henry or anybody like that, you could start them every week. But again, we'll explain what the multiplier is very soon.
Yeah, like right now. How about the multiplier? What a game changer that is, right? So you take a guy like Patrick Mahomes. He's always even money, right? I mean, he's the best quarterback in the league. So he gets a 1 times multiplier. So if Patrick scores 45 points in a game, you multiply it by, 1, and you get 45 points.
Wait, 1 times 45. Keep going.
Yeah, right. You're keeping up with me, right?
Yeah, my math's not that great, but keep going.
We're getting the math right. Tannehill, a quarterback for Tennessee. Okay, let's say he gets 40 points, but his multiplier is 1.5 points. Well, now he ends up with 60 points. So a big game changer, Ross.
Big game changer. And it's a great way to play this game, because you could take long shots and it pays off.
Unbelievable. All right, let's talk about some of the football games. Before we get into Monday Night Football, a couple of quick hits on Sunday. First of all, the Chiefs lost their second straight game. 4 turnovers. Mahomes throws a pick in less than 2 minutes to go. And what do you know? It's the Chargers' Justin Herbert to Mike Williams with less than a minute to win it for the Chargers. 30-24. What's up with the Chiefs?
They're 1-2. They're in last place. Their coach even had to be taken to the hospital in an ambulance from the stadium. I didn't feel the Chiefs were going to win that division this year. I even said it before the season started. I feel they have a big target on their back, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's going to be something else. Matchup of the day was in Los Angeles. Rams, Bucks. Matthew Stafford was acquired in the offseason, and it's paying dividends. Rams beat Brady and the Bucks 34-24. Stafford, 4 touchdowns, 2 to Cup. Ross, I mean, these guys are looking like Super Bowl. I mean, could Super Bowl 56 be played in Los Angeles
Their defense is
with the
awesome.
Rams?
Their defense is awesome. The only thing about the Rams is they have no running game, so don't have a running back from the Rams on your fantasy team, but keep going.
Man, I'll tell you, it's going to be unbelievable. So you're going to Stafford. He's got 9 touchdown passes in the first 3 games. So yeah, just what you're saying, Ross, the boss. Hey, by the way, one quick note: that was Brady's first 400-yard game, and he lost. So that was pretty interesting. Hey, Deshaun Jackson had a big game last night, and we'll talk about that in regards to the Rams. I mean, what's up with that? He had a multiplier of almost 3 in that game, and Stafford finally found him in that big play for 75 yards.
I mean, that's a great example, Jim. You gave an example of a player that had 100 yards receiving, and 1 touchdown, and he multiplied that by 3. It's like having a 300-yard game and 3 touchdowns. So it shows you, if you take a long shot like Deshaun, it can pay off.
Yeah, you really can. Hey, by the way, real quick, next Sunday night, the big one, the return, the GOAT goes back to New England. That's going to be fun.
It's going to be a real fun game.
That record lasted for 43 years. Monday night, 2013, Tucker beats the Lions with a 61-yarder. And yesterday, Tucker, a 66-yarder hits the crossbar, Ross.
It hit the crossbar, went over for the field goal to end the game. It wasn't like in the third quarter. This is the end of the game. It was unbelievable. And I think the coach Harbaugh for Baltimore was just shocked. I mean, you saw him after the game. He had a stunned look on his face. He didn't smile, but his mouth was open the whole time. Like, I can't believe what I saw.
I left too much time on the clock is the word in San Francisco. Packers beat the 49ers 30-28. Rodgers does it again, hits Adams on 2 quick passes, covering 41 yards, and bang, Crosby hits the 51-yarder.
Green Bay, they're 2-1. They're back in first place. Everybody was skeptical on Rodgers to start their season because they got whacked by the Saints, but he's back, baby, and he'll be in that rare form where he was last year.
When you talk fantasy quarterbacks, I can't help about missing this one. Kirk Cousins. Good year, bad year, good week, bad week, so inconsistent. Now he's got 8 touchdowns in the first 3 weeks. The Vikings beat the Seahawks 30-17. What do we do with Kirk Cousins as far as a fantasy pick?
Kirk Cousins is a guy, reminds me, he brings his lunchbox to work every day. He's a middle-class worker, and he gets the job done. And if you saw him on the street, you would have no idea he's an NFL football player. Trust me.
Yeah. All they're saying in New York is, oy vey. Oh, my gosh, my Giants. What's up with them? The Giants have the Falcons come to town. The Falcons give up 8 touchdowns in the first 2 weeks, passing touchdowns, I might add. Jones ends up with 0 against Atlanta, and Barkley, 52 yards rushing. Oh, my gosh, the Giants are hurting.
The Giants are in disarray. I really thought Jones was going to have a big game yesterday. Obviously, Atlanta made some adjustments, and they actually won the game, which is unbelievable. The Giants are 0-3.
Oh, and so is the old other New York team, the New York Jets. Yeah. Broncos beat them 26-0. Zach Wilson's getting no help whatsoever. The coaches, a first-year head coach, a first-year offensive coordinator, man, they're in disarray.
They're in disarray, but they have their defense and their offensive line are just not where they should be right now, and it's really showing. I feel bad for that rookie quarterback.
I also feel bad for another rookie quarterback, Justin Fields in Chicago. Ouch. 26-6. They lose to the Browns. He ends up with 6 for 20, 68 yards, and sacked 9 times. Woo!
Yeah, I mean, Chicago, again, offensive line problems. Fields will pick it up. He'll bounce back. You got it right here from Ross the Boss.
So crazy things. Undefeated teams, we only have 5 left. Raiders and Broncos in the AFC West, Panthers in the NFC South. NFC West, you got the Rams and the Cards. Who would have thought that, Ross?
The only team I would say, I picked the Cards beginning of the season. I knew they would be good. The Rams I thought to be good, but Carolina and the Raiders, I didn't pick them at all.
All right, as everyone prepares for Monday Night Football and they're getting ready to make their picks. All right, guys, start taking some notes out there in television land because Ross has got some ideas in regards to the Eagles and the Cowboys. And by the way, Ross, which Cowboys team is going to show up? First week, they were pass heavy. Second week, run heavy. What do we expect tonight?
Monday night, for some reason, the spotlight's on Dak, the spotlight's on Jalen. I feel both quarterbacks are going to play great. They're going to be a high-scoring game, and it's in Dallas. And as you know, Jerry Jones doesn't like to lose in Dallas, but it's going to be a high-scoring affair. It's going to be a fun game to watch. I'm really excited about this matchup, and these teams hate each other.
I know, and you picked Jalen Hurts as your champion, huh?
So I picked Jalen Hurts my champion, and the champion just to tell the audience real quick on Superdraft, if you have a champion flex, which they have one tonight, you get 0.5 times points. So Jalen Hurts was 1.1 as his multiplier, 1.1. Right. It sounds like my GPA, but actually it's 1.6. So I'm taking Jalen Hurts because he's running the ball. He has over 100 yards this season rushing, and he had a horrible game against the Niners last week. He's going to bounce back. Jalen Hurts is going to run the ball in for a touchdown. He'll have 3 throwing touchdowns, and I feel he's going to be the leading point getter tonight in fantasy football. And Jalen Hurts, I have a team here that thinks that worked to MIT. They know the math. I don't know math, but my MIT people that work behind the scenes does. And I feel Jalen Hurts was have a huge game.
But Dak, I mean, come on, Dak's back, first time, full crowd, Dallas Stadium. I mean, come on. I mean, he's going to be ready to go.
I like Dak,
yeah.
But the X factor there is his rushing this year. He has 3 yards total rushing this year. So I think Dak will have a lot of yards passing, over 300. But just because Jalen has him on the passing yards, the rushing yards, I feel Jalen has the little advantage, but I do like Dak a lot. If you're playing this tonight and you have more than one ticket, play Dak in one and play Jalen in the other. But I like Jalen a little better, so he's my number 1 champion flex tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I know the other thing I like about Hurts is that they got Devontae Smith on the tail end of those long passes. The two were hooking up in Alabama before they became professionals.
So Devontae Smith's my other super flex. He's my super flex, which means super flex means you can take any player from any position to play. And so the rest of the picks are all going to be super flex. So I can pick anybody I want, except the players already took. So super flex, you said it first. So Devontae Smith, Heisman Trophy winner, University of Alabama. This guy had an off game last week. This guy's the real deal. The Dallas Cowboys have the second worst pass defense in the league. The second worst. Atlanta's number 1. But I feel Devontae Smith's going to have a big coming out party tonight. He'll have 2 touchdowns. He's going to have a great game. Over 100 yards. You heard it from me first, Ross the Boss.
All right. We're going to recap this game tomorrow on this same show. Also, tomorrow and Wednesday, Major League Baseball. Thursday, NFL. Jaguars travel to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. College football on Friday. Full slate of games on Saturday for college football. Full slate of games on NFL for Sunday. I'm looking forward to sharing those daily fantasy picks.
So let me finish my super flex stuff. CeeDee Lamb. I don't know if you watch Hard Knocks. I watched it. I love this guy. He's a big playmaker. Monday night, he'll have a great game. I love CeeDee Lamb. Of course, Ross's rule. This is called Ross's rule. You always start the 2 starting quarterbacks. So Dak Prescott, right, of course, is my other person I'm starting. And because of the multipliers 1.8, I'm taking Tony Pollard. I feel he's going to get just as many carries as Zeke Elliott. Tony Pollard, I feel, is running the ball a lot harder. He hasn't got the injuries like Zeke did the past few years. I'm taking Tony Pollard. I love the 1.8. That's unbelievable. Guys I have in the bubble, these are guys you may want to think about. I like Amari Cooper. I like Zeke Elliott. I also like Miles Sanders, who's the starting running back of Philly. But I feel that close to the goal line, Hurts will just take it himself. Some long shot guys. I like Greg Zuerlein, who's the kicker for Dallas. He's a 2.2 multiplier. And another person I like is Dallas Goedert, who's the tight end for Philadelphia. His multiplier is 1.95. Those are my picks.
All right, way to go. So tonight, a big game. Eagles, Cowboys. To get started again, hit subscribe, click like, and ring the bell for the notification. You can catch our Fantasy Sports Superdraft Pro Daily Sports Pick'em Show Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific time. Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific time, as we give you the latest predictions for college football, the NFL, and much more. Superdraft Pro, it is the game. For Ross the Boss in Los Angeles, I'm Jim Ginocchio in Atlanta. We'll see you tomorrow. So long, everybody.